All right, I'm live. All right. Hopefully. All message. There we go. All righty. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Live here at Edge Fitness in Streeter, Illinois. It's a nice gym if you want to have a good place to work out. Highly recommend it. I get my bench day in. The freezer seems to be working, which is a good thing. And looks like we're probably going to get some rain. Hopefully it'll knock the internet out. If not, I should still be able to use my phone. But I'm trying to save my data on that. So I had mixed me up a little pre-workout, took a drink of it at the house. And then when I came out, I realized I left it at the house. So I guess it's just water. So the importance of when you're lifting heavy is you got to warm up. So I already did one set with the bar, and then I'll do a set with 95, maybe a couple sets just to get the blood moving, get everything rolling, and then I'll keep kicking up the weight. Good morning, Randy. How we doing there? So, yeah, Randy, about the rototiller and that, yeah, it needs a rebuild. It's on my get-to list. So maybe this weekend I'll buy the parts, and then maybe for the Tuesday live stream, because Monday should be here in the gym. Maybe I can do that, working on the rototiller, and hopefully not mess it up. So, hey, MacBean, just wanted to ask you what age you are and what age did you get into the gym. So I am 61, and I have been lifting pretty steadily probably since I was, 13. I didn't really get serious into it until my late 20s when I really started doing a really serious routine. When I was younger, it was 3 hours a day, 6 days a week. That was 3 on, 1 off, 3 on, 1 off. I never skipped unless I was on vacation. My workout then was probably more tuned up to higher reps at medium weights. And then when I got 40, what's your bone density considering you lift so heavy? Have you ever had it tested? No, I have never did have it tested. I just did have a physical, and I had all the blood work done, and the doctor, first thing he said is, you're a very muscular guy. And we were looking at those weight charts, and he understood that there is no way I was going to fit into that weight chart. I said, I got too much muscle to be under 200 pounds. I mean, at my height, they want me to weigh somewhere between 160 and 190 pounds. I haven't been that light since high school. So it's just not feasible to be that for me on my muscle mass. And I think those charts are, I don't know, they're a little ridiculous. But at 40, I got back into the heavy lifting. And I was at Shorewood Fitness with my buddy Vince Robbins, great trainer there. Now he's the owner. He got me into the powerlifting. So back in 2010, I did my first powerlifting meet down in Tacoma, Illinois, Sunlight Power, and I won it by 5 pounds. It was probably one of the most competitive matches I had, and that kind of got me hooked. How much VS have you put on since training? Well, I've trained for over 45 years. I guess when I really started training seriously, I was about 205. Now I'm 235, so I mean, easily I put on 30 pounds of just pure muscle, since then. I was in my 20s. I used to do 600 push-ups, 3 sets of 200 as a hard warm-up for the definition. Yep, and that's great. I was good for probably 75 to 100 in a row. I was in the military, so we did a lot of push-ups. I haven't done push-ups in a while. I probably should. It's just I push up so much weight, and I know some other guys that they just gave up on it. But it's a good way to get a lot of blood into your muscles. So basically now I'm just getting blood in there. Now about 6 weeks ago, doing that, and if I would have stood up, I would have been hanging on to the bar because it looks like we're getting some serious rain coming through. But yeah, 3 sets of 200 is awesome. It's great exercise. Push-ups you can do, every day. I can't bench every day, but I can do push-ups every day. Also 100 sit-ups. I used to be able to knock sit-ups like crazy, but I've kind of stopped doing them because if I work some muscles too hard, they cramp. And if you ever had a cramp in the abs, it's not fun. What's your thoughts on a guy, Michael Hearn, 53, lifting 500 pounds in the reverse and incline bench? Okay, so Michael Hearn's got a huge following that. Whether he's natural or not, I don't care. I really don't. I don't take him because I don't want to assume the risk. If you're an adult and you want to take them, I just ask that you consult a doctor and don't be buying it off of an online thing. It just is silly. But I know a lot of people that do. And like I said, I don't have an opinion one way or another, whether he's natural or not. It just doesn't matter to me. He does have a big following. So it's got a bunch of people that, throw a lot of hate his way. If you don't like the guy, don't follow him. All right. Would I collaborate with him? I'd love to. That would be a huge benefit for me. Got a train coming through. But, I doubt if he'd reach out to me. I just don't think I'm big enough for that. But yeah, my one video that went viral, I stated then, just get in the gym and lift. There's thousands of different types of exercises to do. There's different ways and different goals. Not everybody needs to be a power lifter. Not everybody needs to be a bodybuilder or a marathon runner. But doing at least 30 minutes of vigorous exercise 3 days a week will be beneficial to you. More is better. And then remember, your key elements is rest, nutrition, and proper form. Don't worry about what weight you're doing versus anybody else. It's just a silly contest to get into. I think I'm going to move that. See, I got a glare there. See if I can get rid of that glare. Nope, I just added another glare. Guess we're going to live with that glare. I just added another one there. So we're getting some much needed rain from my garden. Get that where I can read it. There we go. Metal weights over bumper place. It weights weight. We got metal weights here because that's what the gym has. When I go to Shorewood, they have coated weights. When I used to go to Gold, they had bumper weights. They also had the Rogue Fitness weights with the different colors. Sometimes I just mix them up so I can get red, green, and blues in there. To me, weight is weight. Gotten earlier in life, probably the nutrition part. I knew my appetite grew when I worked out. I just didn't realize how important at a very young age how important calories and protein was. So when I was younger, uh, I ate a lot of junk food, which I shouldn't have. Now I try to stay away from that, and I make sure I get plenty of protein in. Here's one of the young men who work out here too. It's always nice to come in the gym and not be the oldest guy. So gym is good for everybody, and you're working when you're working out for yourself. Don't chase somebody else's numbers. You're just going to get hurt. So yeah, just advice that you're just getting into it. Hate cardio. I didn't always hate cardio. When I was in high school, I ran distance. I did a 1 and 2 mile track, and I did the cross country races. I was in the Army. We did a lot of running. But as I got older, I went from the cardio guy to the lifting muscles, getting the bigger, stronger muscles. It does build stamina. So does weightlifting for 2 hours. But yeah, cardio is important. Even look at those strong guys, the strongman contest. They need to have cardio. I'm on a live stream. I'm not talking to myself.
I know.
But yeah, cardio is important. I just don't do a lot of it. But I started picking up on it with the hikes. So I'll go for an average of 3 to 3.5 mile hike, 3 days a week in the morning, and that's what I'm doing for cardio. Daily Z, how's the workout going? It's going good. So far, no dizziness, which it's been going away for a while. I don't know if the dizziness was an effect of just getting older, or was it actually a delayed reaction from the Charlie 19 I had in the beginning of the year. Well, we're over here in the States, so that is 185 pounds. So yeah, pretty close to 80 kilograms. Yeah, so 80 kilograms, you'd be right there. So these are my warm-ups. The Daily Z, where are you hailing from? I'm thinking from Great Britain or Europe area. But I always like to know where other general location people are. Norway, all right. Well, welcome. Thanks for dropping in. I follow a guy in Sweden called Shadow Scout Swede. He does a very long live stream on Saturdays. But he's not in fitness. He's more in just what's going on in the world. So that kind of lets me know what's going on over in Europe. So yeah, it's about 80 kilograms. My record and you can look it up in Open Power, is 202.5 kilos, which I did last November in UPA meet. And that's what I'm working to get back. I was off. Let me see, this year I dealt with the Charlie 19, and I had in March about 6 weeks just a sinus and cough infection I just couldn't get rid of. And then I had vertigo for 6 weeks after that. So am I going for that 500-pound bench? Jacob, I'm going to try for it. I've gotten a 480. And I tell you, it puts a lot of pressure on my shoulders, but it's still not going to stop me from aspiring to get there. Now, I am down 30 pounds since the beginning of the year. And pretty much a lot of it is by design. A lot of it's by where I work now is very hot. And I do a lot of lifting. So I've decreased the size of my belly quite a bit. but it's also going to affect on what you can lift. So can I hit a 500-pound bench at 235? Probably not. But I have hit 480 at 242. So I don't think I'm too far off. And that video is on my channel. It was actually a pretty clean lift. It was surprisingly good. It probably was good for 485 that day. But, when you hit those heavy weights, you got to be careful about it. But really good question. Appreciate it. So daily, this is part of my warm-up. This is just to get my body ready for the heavier sets. And hope to get at least 5 pounds more. Yeah, 250, 255. I'd agree that's probably plenty of weight to do it. Probably be a little easier at 265, but I just, I was getting too much of that at that weight. So still feeling good. Got 9 people in, 10 people in, 9 thumbs up. Appreciate it. So I've been doing heavyweights for a long time. It's my goal to stay there as long as I can. And I just keep pushing it, and keep competing. Trying to get ready for one in July. It's a nice one out in Iowa. Oh, there he is. Movie star. Was he? You're in like what? We got a group of about 10 people. They're walking around the plant. And then another goes. And he had his regular polo shirt on. Right. My button goes. Look at this. Everybody's going. Got a shirt. Because he is. No. I mean, I should bring his right now like that. And he's up there. He's from. Yeah. So yeah, he was thrilled with that. I'm gonna have to get him a fee. Yeah. I have the gray ones too. The gray ones. I don't know if I have it the right size, but I think I have the medium. I'll check, but I'm pretty. I mean, the only reason I ordered medium was for your wife. Yeah. But I'll probably order some more. Hey, Michael, how you doing? I beat down Zen, just talk to one of the better looking lifters here, Kenny.
No, I'm the old dude.
Yes, he's older than me. Hey, both of them are older than me.
You're the kid.
I'm the young one here. That don't happen very often. Don't. No. Usually I'm the old guy competing. I always like it when I'm not. Last meet, I went out down to Springfield. There was 5 people there competing. I felt great. Now there's 50 of them younger, but still.
I don't know. I might be the oldest guy that comes into the gym.
Huh?
I might be the oldest that comes in.
How old are you?
I'll be 80 June 5th.
So I was working out with Walker Brennan years ago down in Bloomington before the pandemic, and he was 81. And I think because of the pandemic, he hasn't went back in the gym, but he still lifts. But he had a nice routine. He would bench, deadlift, and squat 3 days a week. Really respectable numbers.
See, I'm thinking I lift too much. I usually lift 6 to 7 days every. It's just.
People are different. I take 2 rest days, but there's a time when I worked 6 days a week, worked out, 3 on, 1 off, 3 on, but people recover differently.
Well, I was telling my wife, I said, I think I'm going to start taking 2 days off. Lift 5. I like coming to the gym.
I do too. I got a question. How can you lift weights and be fit with guts? With a belly? So a lot of your big lifts are coming from your core. And if you ever look at like Eddie Hall or any of the strongmen, they have a huge gut, but it's not fat. It is muscle. If you ever tried to hit one of those guys in the belly, you'd find out it wouldn't go anywhere. So I don't have much of a belly, but that's solid. Now, if you are going to pack some extra weight, that's where I'm going to pack it. So you can be fit. You don't have to be skinny to be fit. You have to be skinny to be an endurance runner, because you definitely don't want to be running with that extra weight. But power lifters tend to be on the, let's say, chubbier side. And a lot of it is because we have a huge amount of core muscle that we get from lifting these weights. You cannot sit there and support the weight without having a strong inner core. So, yes, you can be fit and still have a gut. You can't be fit and have a gut out like this and then have no shoulders, no chest, no arms. So you got to look at the whole thing. And that's kind of why those charts don't really mean much, because, I carry a lot of muscle mass. There's some extra fat there. There is probably about another 10 pounds I could shred, but it gets to be kind of a hard thing, and I'm not a bodybuilder, I'm a power lifter. So at 235, I got plenty weight there to support. But the reason there are weight classes in competitions because a heavier person does have an advantage. All right, Don, knock this one. And then as I go up in weights, I start cutting down the reps because I'm banking my calories on the heavier lifts. Looks like here, 225 is a good weight. Generally gets around combine for the NFL, then I start repping this out. And I'm always happy I can sit there and rep far more than the NFL average. A spotter, when I get to the heavier weights, Randy, I will have a spotter. At 225 pounds, I could throw this weight off me if I had to. I could actually throw it in the air and try to catch it again. I don't do that anymore. I used to. But, when I get to the heavier weights, I will get a spotter. Yeah, and then like Buddy Beatdown saying, a lot of times being a little extra fat in that is actually healthy for you. Gives you some advantages, especially in a fight. If you go hand to hand, the heavier person has an advantage, especially if you're on top. You got a huge advantage because now that person in the bomb's got to crush you. I had a young man who trained for MMA. He weighed about 145 pounds. And he made a comment someone asked him, if he would be able to spar against me. And at the time, I'm 245 pounds, I'm 100 pounds heavier than him. He goes, I spar with people his size. I said, well, you didn't spar with somebody my size and my strength. I said, there's weight classes for a reason. So he had his first debut MMA fight, and the young man he was supposed to fight didn't show up, and he went up 2 weight classes and got the royal crap beat out of him. Whole face was cut up in black and blue. He couldn't come to work for a week because we couldn't have him looking like that. We had to wait for his face to heal up. And he's still trying to maintain that, body weight didn't mean anything. Well, we had a young man we called Conan, and he was probably about 310 pounds. Probably not the most athletic guy, but he was smart. And I come down the hallway one time, and the young man's picking at him, and he just picked him up and slammed him off down on the ground. And then he seen me, and he kind of looked at me and go, anything wrong, gentlemen? They're like, no, everything's fine, so okay. So then I asked the young man, I said, how you feeling about those weight classes? And he understood there's a reason. Yeah, so I know you don't have a spar. And it's I've dumped weights before, but not very often. Usually, if I feel I'm not going to be able to push that weight, I don't try it if I don't have a spotter. Luckily here, there's enough young men here, or even older men, that I know I can get Kenny to come over and spot. And generally when I hit 315 is when I start looking for a spotter. Just a good idea to have one. I remember this was years ago, maybe 10 years ago. I was at a gym, and I've been there for a few weeks and no one had talked to me yet, which is usually kind of odd. So, Randy, the bar is 45 pounds. These big ones are 45-pound plates. The one I just put on the end are 25-pound plates. So the total weight on this bar is 275. Then I was in there on a Saturday, and there's a group of, I call them the mutants because they were big. They were 200 to 350 pounds each. And I'm benching, and I get to 225, and this man, Chad Green, comes over and he goes, are you going to get a spot? I said, yeah, when I get to my heavier weights, I'll need one. And he just kind of looked at me like, what a smart ass, So I rubbed out my 2 1/4, and then I went to 275. Then I went to 315. And when I got to 315, that's when I had a spot. And that day I went to 4 1/4. And they were just astounded, because of my age, my height. I was wearing jeans and, just a loose shirt. But I ended up working out those guys for a very long time. And it worked out really well.
Sorry about the other night. I'm sorry.
Got a little conversation going on out there. Yeah, this usually would have been a back day too, but I missed the bench day yesterday. The freezer's back up. I think what happened is with the power outage, it caused it to cycle into the defrost, and I had to unplug it and let it reset. I was playing with Dad's barbell lifting 50. I was not counting the weight of the bar itself. Correct. So the bar, depending on which type of bar you had to count that because that's weight. Like I said, an Olympic bar is 45 pounds for the most part. There is a 35-pound bar here. I think it's up on the rack, which someone made me aware of, so I don't use that one anymore. I thought my workouts were going too easy. Hey, Steven, how you doing? Good morning. Okay, you must have missed something. I'm not sure why you took the weight off. I know you're benching less now because you took the weight off for some other reason. So yeah, Steve, a couple things have happened. I got 225 pounds. 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 I I had I had Charlie 19 in the beginning of the year. And then around March, I picked up a sinus and flu infection that beat me for 6 weeks. And then I developed dizziness and vertigo when I was on the flat benches. And so when I was on the flat bench, as soon as I got done lifting, as I stood up, I almost fell down. So I had to stop flat benching for a while. So this is really only about my third workout back on the flat bench. Also during that time, I've dropped 30 pounds, so I'm down to 235 from 265, which is going to affect me. And this happens when I end up, because of injuries, and then have to take, a month or 2 months off. I start back in the 300s. I just keep going at it, and I'll get back there. You just got to stay motivated and understand that I can get back there. So yeah, that's what's been going on, Steve. The last 5 months have not been very good for me. I don't know if it was just a adverse effect of the Charlie 19 that made certain things happen. There's probably no way of ever proving that, but the dizziness and the vertigo has pretty much went away, and the infection I fought has went away. So now I'm going back at it, trying to get back to where I was at. So I take it slow and easy, and make sure you're doing it safely. Thanks everybody for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. 12 of them. Yeah, the power's still good. I can bring my cord though if I had to. So I got 275 up here now. I'll knock out for probably a triple, and then I'll go to 315. Yeah, vertigo is I was already only at 405 in the vertigo first hit, so I couldn't leave the flat bench anymore. So when I started back up, basically 315, and I went to 335, and then last week I went to 350. So my goal is at least 355, if not more. I'll see how I feel. So, a couple weeks ago, if I would just done that, I'd have been grabbing the bar, and I would have had about 3 to 5 minutes of hanging out for dear life. It really was not a good feeling. So it looks like I'm over that now, which is good. And now I'm just building my strength back up. My nutrition was down too, and I'm working 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. And it's very hot. I think it was in the 90s inside. It was 108 where I was at. So I do a lot of sweating. When I'm at work, I drink one of these about every 40 minutes. And really no need for bathroom breaks. So all those things have kind of get me where I have to pick up my nutrition, get a new schedule as I'm on second shift. So all those things are affecting me, and I got to make the adjustments to it. So like I said, I get 355 a day. I'm feeling good, and I'm feeling I'm on track. I had a good time. I mentioned one of my sponsors, Apex Nutrition, out of Shorewood in Joliet, Illinois. He's also online. Use the code word MacBean 15 and receive a 25% discount. So if you buy online and use the code MacBean, that's MAC, MacBean 15, you'll get a discount. Correct, so now I'm at 315. So before I lift this, I'll go probably get Kenneth to give me a spot. Now, it looks like we got a decent amount of rain, could use more. So hopefully I don't have to water anything in the garden. Of course, just because it rained here, don't mean it rained at home. I literally can have it raining across the street, downpour, and not get nothing. But not my fault, Mac. Oh, yeah. Actually, I need the rain. And it's usually how it happens here. We got the monsoon season until about May. Actually, it lasted until June last year, and then nothing. And then I'll be looking at the map, and I'll see little thunderstorms popping all around me, but always seem to be missing where I'm at. And it's just amazing how much. Oh yeah, I got this. This is no problem. It's amazing how much. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. How much water the ground can absorb. I did on my farming channel. If you look at it, I did onions, and just for that one row, I had to put over 10 gallons of water on it before I covered it up to make it even feel like it. Grow bags are starting to sprout. Very exciting. Awesome. Now my potatoes haven't popped up yet. The green peppers and the tomatoes I planted in there are doing well. And then I have a zucchini and a pumpkin planted in a 2.5, 3 gallon bucket, whatever it is. They're doing well. And then I got a bunch of tomatoes that I put in one of those buckets doing really well. And I got one with peppers that are popping up. So then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with those. So I think I'm going to order another 6 bags. And I think I'm going to put them on the other side of the garden because they're going to be big plants. So I think I'm going to have the zucchini and the pumpkin in one each. And then I'll probably distribute the tomatoes I'm growing and the green peppers I'm growing in the other 4. And then it should pretty much, I should have a heck of a garden. I'll have extra tomato plants that are probably going to go to waste. I'll try to put them in the ground. I still have that one big raised bed there in the middle, which I could probably easily put 2 plants in there. So I ordered a vertical planter to do bush beans, kales, and spinach to tower on a wheelbase. Awesome. I'd like to see how that turns out, Randy. If you ever want to sit there, you can email me some pictures of your garden. If you'd like, it's at scottishfitness@gmail.com. I'm on a live stream, just let you know. Wave hi to everybody. That's my channel, and they're watching my workout. So, once again, I'm like the youngest guy here. Usually not the case. So 3:15, my all-time dream. Keep working at it, you'll get it. So I'm gonna go get me
All
a
the things
spot.
they got out now are just way beyond me.
Hooks up to a huge mainframe server somewhere in California, and I got people from Norway, Great Britain, Missouri, Texas, Florida, and we all just kind of chat during the morning live streams.
I mentioned to my son about finding something. He gets on his phone and finds it right away.
Google, find this for me.
It's on Amazon. I got it in 2 days.
Yep, there we go. righty.
The doctor's in. Woo, okay now,
I got the movie star here.
Hercules.
Yeah, gotta get the older guys to spot me by 6 months.
Smile, Ken, you're on candid camera.
Oh, he's been here before.
Beautiful, John. You got it. Easy. Piece of cake. Nice and smooth. Yes, come on.
Here we go. Thanks, sir.
Oh my gosh, that was easy for him, wasn't it?
I usually
How's he do
strong.
that?
He's stronger than you are, Ken.
He's 10 times stronger than me.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
And he's my idol and you're not anymore.
Oh, well, that's okay. Because I'm just old.
Tough crowd, tough crowd.
Holler when you need me again.
I will.
Beautiful. Nice lift.
Thank you.
Yes, it is good for you.
All right. Then that'll be a way to go back down to at the end of my workout. So now I have my goal for a day of 355 loaded on there. Was at 315, add 40 pounds. And that'll be my, all right. Reed, how we doing? Thanks for popping in, appreciate it. Make sure to hit the thumbs up. If you got any questions, feel free. It helps the chat go around. It gives me something to talk about while I'm trying to catch my breath. Being 61, I need a little bit longer recovery period. That was one of the first times I'm actually out here with no moderators. Joe, how you doing? I feel pretty good. No, dizziness is pretty much gone. Not anything more than what I usually would have. I talked to the doctor on my physical. He understood that I was going to weigh more than the charts. He must have told me about 3 or 4 times. You're very muscular. I said, well, I work at it. And thank you. He listened to my catheteroids. They said they sounded fine. The only concern he had was my triglycerides and cholesterol, which always are an issue. But I let him know they were half what they usually are. He found it astounding and recommended some diet changes, which I'm going to do some of them. So yeah, the dizziness went away, so now it's time to build the strength back up. So 355 was my goal for today. And then depending on how easy that goes up, and it's going to go up, whether I try to hit a little bit more weight or not. Hey, Jason. So freezer is back to running. I think it was that, like you said, I think it was that power outage. I think I put it into a defrost cycle continuously. I just had to unplug it for a while and let it reset. So, Doc, how old are you? Oh, he's got earbuds in. I said, how old are you?
Me? 54.
Hey, young man, in here, still cutting, looking good. If I had his looks and half his money, I'd be happy.
Please. I got you fooled.
Uh-huh.
I got you fooled.
That's right. I've been fooled before. You still go to shore? I will be there tomorrow. Training with my client at 10 o'clock. So yeah, I will be in Shore. Now they have a new location now, so it's down the street a little bit, but if you plug it in your GPS, Google will take you to the new location. So I'll be there at 10 a.m. to train my client, and then I'll obviously do some training while I'm there too. So, yeah, I don't hear his earbuds. I want to be aware of my surroundings. If I was an assassin, I'd have a field day here. Yes. That's my deadlift one, Max. All right. As Dan Bell said, and if you look him up, he is a humongously strong squat and deadlifter and bench. And we were at a meet I was competing with also, and my son was there. I think he squatted 850, maybe even more. My son like, holy crap, that's incredible. And he said, we all started with the bar. So don't worry about where somebody else is. Just, enjoy your successes at your weights, and then try to do 5 pounds more, a month, 2 or 3 months down the road. And that's how it is. No, I did not. Oh, God. That would suck. I would not find that appealing at all. You ever washed out your ears? It's not a good place. You ever meet Ted or CD? I don't think I have, or if I did, I don't remember him, or I may not have been aware who he was. But it's a chance. I'm terrible with names. I see a face, then I remember him, then for the next half hour, I'm trying to place where I knew them and what their name is. Getting older issues, I guess. Name does sound familiar, but I can't say if I have met him or not.
John, you ready?
Are you rushing me?
No, I didn't know if you were waiting for me or.
I would come get you, all right, y'all. Give me my water.
Over there.
Huh?
Somebody's hiding it.
Hide what?
Probably Jay.
What, the bouncy thing?
No, the clip.
We need
up here. There it is.
What do you need clips for?
Well, I just know that there's 2 of them. I don't know.
It just bothers me that they're not back together.
Oh, you're one of those.
This place must drive you crazy.
Yes, it does.
First man to bench 700 pounds. Yeah, I have not met him. The strongest bencher I have met
Back in a second.
is Lonnie Dickerson. And I seen him do 603 in a meet. And him and Cody Marcel, I think it was, with him. There was 3 of them came into the meet I was at, and they had a shirt, "We live more than you lie about." And I watched them warm up, and I realized they do. Of course, they were impressed I was lifting them on. I did, but they were 500, 600-pound benchers. Probably a good idea to rest between sets, even if not on a lot. Yes. Yeah, I need blood to carry more oxygen in there to get that citric acid cycle going so I can produce more energy. And a lot of times it just, that's why when you're working out with a group of like 2 or 3 people, it's almost perfect. Because time it cycles back to your turn, you've had your rest period. When you're working out by yourself, you kind of keep an eye on the clock because your inclination is to rush yourself. And I'm not here. I'm 61, Joe. 61 years. So the inclination is to rush, and you haven't recovered enough, and you're probably not getting enough out of that workout. So no, this is a gym in Streator. It's called The Edge. This is only one section of it, but this is a section where the music's not playing, and it's also a section where the bench is. But if I do other ones, I'll just bring the weights in here and do that. So it's a smaller gym, but I like it, and it's like I said, there's I think 6 of us in my age group and older currently at the gym. So I like it, and you can get the high school kids in here. You get all ages. But definitely, I've enjoyed this show where it, is going to have the music playing, and if I have the music on, it's just the music. YouTube will hit you with a whatever they call it, where they won't pay you on it because somebody else's music's on there. So then you got to go in the editor and you got to replace it with one of their songs, which means replaces everything I'm saying. So all you do is you hear this elevator music and you can't hear what I'm talking about. But do they play rap music? Generally, I haven't heard it here. Usually it's more of rock and roll. But I don't have control of it. I guess whoever is, copyright, yeah. I guess whoever's in charge. All right, so let me go get Hollywood over here to spot me and knock this out.
We're ready. I don't want to. No. No. I just give it the high.
Okay, everybody ignore this man here. They don't want to be in the video.
Also, wearing a blindfold in this.
Wink, wink, wink.
Come on,
All
John.
right, here we go.
This is the record for
Easy
streeters.
peasy. No, it's not. I'll take a lift on this. About 30 pounds worth.
3, 2, 1. You got it. Push,
I got it.
push.
Don't touch that bar. Yeah, don't touch the bar.
Beautiful.
Did you touch it? Don't do that.
This was a.
Don't do it. Because that's not going to stop it.
Yeah.
Shame. All right. So, because he touched it, we're going to do it again. Because in a meet, that's no lift. So, even though he feels like he didn't help with me, and he probably didn't, I trained the way I lift. So, we will go at it one more time. Otherwise, I don't really count the lift. When I say one more time, it means I had weight. You should have known better. Had better earbuds. Now, I'm not going to tell him I added weight because he's going to want to grab it again. So now I got, hands by your side because this ain't doing anything. If I lost a bar, that's just doing that. So you're not doing anything safe like that. The only time you need to grab the bar is the bar starts coming back down. Yeah, I do push myself. Someone has to. And I'm really wanting to get back to over to 405. And I hope to be there by June, sometime in June. But I don't want to go to a meet pressing anything less. Especially on that one, the last one I did 440. I don't think I'll get to that point. But I definitely will want to get as close as I can. No kidding. He usually knows better. I'm surprised he did that. He spotted me many times before. He just had a brain fart. Hopefully he's not mad at Bill. Sometimes they get mad when Bill at him. So we're gonna go at it again at 360, and with no help from my friend. Yeah, 360 would be a good lift for a day. Definitely be happy with it. And a lot of times the second lift goes easier. I do, but I want to give him the opportunity to redeem himself. Doc Chuck has spotted me before and did pretty well. You've seen him on my videos before. So, oh yeah, speaking of video, I want to get set up for this. hopefully I can get it. All right. So I'm gonna get this pre-started. I'm also live streaming. And did 355, but my spotter laid hands on the bar, so I told him we're gonna do it again. Well, what I didn't tell him was I got it 5 pounds. So I'm gonna go here for 360, and hopefully he will do the right spot. He spotted me before and he usually does. So we'll give Kenny a chance to redeem himself. I'm gonna pause it here, take about another minute, and then get my spotter. Now I'm gonna catch up with Chad's here. Secret to a big bench is rest, nutrition, and proper form. And a lot of it is going to be some genetics involved. I know a lot of people who have a great squat and a great deadlift, and just the bench is just they weren't built for it. But I feel most people hold themselves back. They make excuses. Because I was one of them when I was younger. I said my arms are too long. I'm too tall to be doing a big bench. So once I understood that all I had to do was try to get 5 pounds every couple months, by the end of the year, that was 30, 40, 50 pound increase, which is huge, and not trying to get that 30, 40 pound increase within a month or so. Definitely it has a lot to do with the mindset. So say you're doing 2 1/4, well, your next goal will be 230. Give yourself 3 months to get it. Hit 230 consistently, go to 235. Go to 240. By the end of the year, you're doing 255. That's 30 pounds more than you were doing. In about 5 years, you're at 300. You just got to keep doing it. Yeah, I was a cyclist for 5.5 years, wore my everyday clothes. Yep, I'm always in that. Going in to get a new barbecue grill. There you go. Get a Weber. And then as your grill, is it going to be charcoal or is it going to be natural gas or liquid propane? JJB Hugs, hey, thanks for getting in here. The bigger the person on their bench, you need muscle mass, you need size. But a shorter person actually has the advantage because it's less range of motion. And generally, your short people are the ones that win the weight to weight ratio contest. Somebody only weighs 150 pounds, but can bench 315. That's over 2 times his weight. Me at 240, I get the bench 80 to be 2 times my weight. But with my diet consists of a lot of milk, Fairlife milk, because it's got 13 grams of protein per serving versus 8, half the sugar. Ate a lot of eggs. I will take the yolks out of half of them. Chicken, fish, eat a lot of tuna. Veggies. You like my potatoes, meats. And I try to eat about 3,000 to 3,500 calories a day. I've been kind of off that a while because of my work schedule and that. So after here, I'm going to go to the store and pick up enough to take the lunch to make sure I get plenty of calories in. Yeah, personally, I do charcoal. I'll use charcoal. There you go. And I usually buy the Weber because they seem to last a lot longer. I mean, the Weber grill, I usually get 20 to 25 years out of my Weber grills. I might have to buy a new grate or whatever. I even had one that got picked up by a tornado and sent down the road a half mile. And I was still able to put it back together. So, goodbye. Thanks for stopping in. If you're not a subscriber, please do, Ethans. I appreciate the thumbs up, everybody. And I got to head out. Last day of school. It's an early day. There you go. See you later. Thanks for stopping in, Michael. All right. Let me go get my buddy to redeem himself. It doesn't matter.
No, I know what you're saying.
And even mentally,
Yeah.
I'm thinking you're helping. So, all right.
I just have done that with buddies with years where I've said, I can sense, I know when you're struggling because
Right.
the bar's not moving.
I'll let you know if I need help.
Help lift,
Yep, lift off just like last time.
you count.
Usually I'll take a deep breath and then when I
Okay.
suck it in, it's time to do it.
You got it, John. That's smooth. Push, push, push.
And that was 360.
Beautiful.
I had it late.
I saw that one.
Oh, I didn't know if you were going to see it.
No, I count.
I was telling everybody, oh, he can do math. Damn it, he's seen it.
I did graduate from 8th grade.
There we go.
Yes.
Twice.
Hey, there he is. How you doing?
All right. And if you noticed, the 360 went up easier than the 355 did. And that's usually the case, as I will have an easier lift the second time I attempt that weight or a little bit more. Definitely where I wanted to be. Probably even have 365 in me, but I'm going to go back down to my burnout. And then make sure I just eat. Is it a natural thing? It's not a natural thing. Good spot. A mental thing. Yes, it is very much a mental thing. Half the game in most of your sports is what's up here. You do all the work here, so you're physically able to do it, but you got to see it. Yeah, mind over matter. I don't mind. It don't matter. But you got to see it first, because there's many times where I missed a lift and I knew it was me. At some point in the lift, I gave up. I said, I can't do this. So I try to keep that can't out of there. And then the next time I'll be going up really slow and struggling, and I'll push it through and they go, how did you do it? That's why I told myself, don't stop. So yeah, it definitely is a mental thing. The mental thing also is, even when you don't feel good to get in the gym. I got one of those videos out there where I felt terrible, but I got in the gym anyway and had a great workout. You know, it's a mental thing when you've missed the day you wanted to bench, and it's so easy the next day not to do it again, but you gotta say, I need to do this. I gotta get in there. I gotta do this work. I need to the next day do arms and do triceps heavily. I know another day I need to sit there and do shoulders heavy to work on these. I know I need to do those things. I know I need to do back, because I got to keep the back as strong as the front. I got to be balanced. I know I need to do squats. The squats will help me generate more strength all the way around. This was a good pre-workout. There you go for you, because I tell you, I love my pre-workout at home. It's water. And I don't always need it. So once my deadlift's around the same, I could, training, I feel comfortable. I could deadlift 405. The most I've ever done is 495. I'm not up to that right now. And when I'm really concentrating on going for a bench record, I usually stop doing deadlifts heavy. I think that's how I hurt myself one time. I think I was putting way too much stress here between the deadlifts and between the bench. And I paid for it. Would you feel more comfortable in sweatpants? No, Joe, I feel sweatpants, I'd slide off the bench. So I wear jeans for a reason, is they grip the bench better. There were some benches at some of the small gold gyms in Bloomington. They had three of them. They had a main place, which had a man cave and, had professional equipment. And then they had other locations where they just had these small benches. And I literally could not bench over 315 because I would slide. And that's not a good thing when I tried 405 one time and I racked it immediately because I actually moved 6 inches to the left. So, but you can push more weight if you put your legs in there. But I'm a flat bencher. And if you put your legs in there, well, then you're going to raise your butt. And if you raise your butt off the bench, it's a no call. So when you're in competition, your shoulders and your rear end have to stay on the bench. Now, I've seen some people who can sit there and bend so much where I don't think their rear end's on it. I think their thighs are on it. But, it's not my call. It's the judges' calls. I've been to meets where they let a lot of stuff slide. And then I've been to meets where, boy, they seen daylight, it was done. When I was at that UPA one, I think on their opening list, we had like 30% of the spotters get red light because they spent more time trying to get into that bent position than they did just lifting. But like I said, not for me to judge.
You going down?
I'm going down. Yeah, I'm gonna burn out on 315 and consider this portion of the workout done.
There he is.
Who you got here? Hollywood? 2? So when you were away, everybody said, I said, you need spots. So I said, someone said, okay, different spotters. Oh, I don't know. So I said, but let's go to 5 pounds. That's not tell. I didn't see him. So I'm on track and happy with it.
No, I know enough not to grab. And I was
Just don't touch this. Do hammer time. Okay, that's all the dancing lessons. Is he lifting with his arms, not with his legs? Oh, okay. So, go for 5. Yeah, no help. Good goal. It's a good goal. This is my litmus test. Number 1, it lets me know how hard I worked out. And number 2, it lets me know if I'm really set up to do more weight come Monday. Now, generally, I would take more than 2 days break between them, but Monday and Fridays are my best day to do a longer lift because I'm just working regular hours. So I got an extra 2 hours in the morning. But once again, I got to get that blood to circulate. So I have enough energy to get the proper number of reps. But yeah, the worst thing is I wear jeans because it keeps me, number 1, it keeps me on the bench, and sweatpants to me are too slick. I just don't like sweatpants. Jeans, I can wear a nice tight belt, but not worry about them falling down. Spam risk. And then, I guess while I'm waiting, I can post my 360 bench. And make sure everybody goes on and watches it. I need more views. So upload a video. Select next title. Oh, wait a minute. What did I put on? I got to go back. I have to go back. I got to remember, this is my recovery series. I got to remember what I called the last one. So there we go. No. By 4:55 by July. Recovery Series, that's what I called it. So this will be Recovery Series Part 2. Last one was Recovery Series Part 1 is 405 Lost Forever. So Recovery Series, remember that, everybody. Nice old man benches 360. Yep, appreciate it. Going to be getting up to 405 before the end of June. So Recovery Series, so upload video, select, next. Series Part 2. The correct place. Lost and 360. Raw bench. All right, that's a long title. No, it's not made for kids because I want to get paid on it. And we'll upload it, then I can go in here and I can get it changed. 75 is old. I'm not 75. 60. 75 ain't old. It won't be when I get there. I'm saying it's not old. Right, Kenny?
Well,
It's only-
75's not old.
Right,
That's young.
especially when I get there.
That's young.
When I get there, I'll say it's not old. Get motivated.
75 to new, 55.
60 to 30. Boy. Lots of laughs. There we go. So, 20 thumbs up. Appreciate that. If you haven't, please hit it. Crazy old man benches. Yep. E. Drew Hammer. Welcome. I have done creatine on different occasions that I'm not now. I didn't really. I guess maybe it did some effects. I'm not really sure if it did. I mean, there's a lot of information out there saying it's helpful to you. Problem is when I take creatine, along with my arginine, it just kind of upset my stomach, so I stick with the arginine. And but yes, a lot of people do creatine. I don't think it's a bad thing. No, I've never used roids. A couple of reasons. I'm not willing to assume the risk. And the main reason, I'm not going to spend the money. I'm cheap. I'm Scottish. We don't spend money on things that I don't need roids. I'm strong. I'm stronger than I ever thought I would be. I just think it's a dangerous thing. I've seen too many people get hurt because, the roids will sit there and build a muscle up, but they don't do anything for the connecting tissue. So the ligaments and the tendons tend to be where the failure is. And I've seen a lot of people sit there and just tear themselves up. So understand if you're in, bodybuilding, you almost have to. I know one guy takes everything under the sun, and he's open about it. And his contest, he went and they said, well, you need to be bigger. And I don't know how you can be bigger. I mean, the guy, was working out 4 or 5 hours a day, every day of the week, he's down to like no body fat. Me, just, and they tell me you got to be bigger. Well, how do you do that? Is there superroids out there? Now, granted, this guy used to be extremely heavy, and now he's not. But I think there's too many health risks. But I think the biggest problem is I think the bodybuilding kind of forced people into that, even in the natural bodybuildings. Are they really natural? Do they cycle? I don't know. I don't care. If you want to do them, do them. If you don't, don't. That's my feeling about them. I'm just trying to be the best version of me. I'm not thinking about, what the next person's doing. It's really none of my business. Leaving in 154 minutes for lunch and shopping. Sorry, 14 minutes. Oh, there we go. Mistake. Oh, got kidnapped. How you doing, Mr. Gunn? Thanks for stopping in. Hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. We're at the end of my workout. I'm going to sit there and see how many times I can run 315. And I'm going to get me a spotter. Hopefully I didn't yak too long. All right, so let's rip it out and see how it goes. Should feel lighter. Taking
Lighter than what, a truck?
a little lighter than what I've benched before. All right, well, I didn't get 5, but I got 4,
You got it.
which was one more than I got last time.
Yeah.
So I'll take that as a win.
It's 4 as clean as
Thank
they
you
can
much.
be. You're welcome.
So last week I gave myself a C on my workout. That's how I felt about it. Today I'll give myself a B. B plus. Yeah, Doc is a good spot. So I'm really happy with that lift. Definitely ends my portion of flat benching. Right. Yeah, now it's time to eat.
Eat and eat.
More food. And then remember, always rack your weights. This is like a shoulder exercise right here. I do that at work all the time. Those grates I lift up weigh considerably more than a 45-pound plate. All righty. So let's bring it closer. Oops. So I can go into my analytics.
Good luck.
Yep. Yeah, and you're right, Randy. You know, people don't sit there and put away their weights. Well, that's exercise too. And you listen to 45s and 25s all over the area. It's also exercise. I never understand why people don't want to do that. All right. Let's go to content. Let's make it monetized. No inappropriate languages, no sensitive issues. And my rating's high. They like me. And recovering from COVID-19. Oops. There's infection. Giddiness. Vertigo.
You heading home?
Back to
Tell the wife, hello.
workout at that time. All righty. There. Hey, preparedness veteran. Thanks for coming in. So,
Well, hang in there.
one of the first times I didn't have a single monitor
How many years?
in my stream, which is odd.
There, but I-
So if anybody wants to be blessed upon a monitorship, just let me know in chat, and I will knight you. Not that I have a problem with them, but every now and then we get them. Miss Worm had things to do. She said her hellos earlier. I usually have James here as one. I usually have Prepper Cowboy
I was at Boston there.
and Blackjack. I can make you a mod today,
Oh, yeah.
Randy, if you want me to.
And well.
It just takes 2 clicks.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
So let me know if you want, and I will. I don't want to throw it on somebody who
He can speak.
doesn't want it, although I've done that. It doesn't mean anything. You just get a blue wrench in front of your name.
Excited. You know.
And Permanent Veteran, I've been watching some of your videos when I get a chance.
Leave something, you know.
Now, at work, I'll pop into some of these live streams and say hello to everybody, but I can't hear anything because let me practice some more. There we go. And that's why I asked. But when I'm at work, I can't hear anything because there's so many machines going on, I can't hear anything. It's going well, Preparedness Veterans. Welcome. I just had a really good workout. Let me get the comments going here. Welcome, everyone. Randy.
No, I'm being serious.
I don't know how many people are going by and waiting, won't help me cut grass.
I'll help you. I'll do the front side.
That's why you went by, you just waited and kept on going.
You're doing a good job. See you later.
See if anybody's lurking. See if I can catch them. Miss Worm, you are still here. Somebody's lurking. It's windy out there. That one door's starting to slam. I better move that brick. Time for a little fuel. Must have missed the last bit. Here, let's sir, I had to run for a minute, no problem. So I did a 315 by 4. Hmm. $30 grams of tasty protein. Mmm. Trying to get my hellos into everybody. I'm sorry if I missed you. I'm scrolling up, trying to make sure.
Where's your next one?
So here's the deal. So and cancel it twice. But the problem is it's not common, but they can't cancel it because it's their senior night. So they keep rescheduling it and they keep pushing it back. So they can't cancel it.
Okay. I think I got everything.
Yeah, well, we don't have
Oh, Mark Rosie. Mark, haven't seen you for a while. When I look for a protein bar, mostly price, but I've been doing the mixed Rex ones for a long time. I like the crispy apple. I like the super cookie crunch. The only ones that slightly have any good taste. We're getting some light rain and thunder in Peoria this morning. Yeah, we got a light rain here in Streeter. Hopefully, I got it at home too. I need it. I hear you, Mark. I appreciate it. Remember to hit the thumbs up if you haven't. I appreciate it. It's been a really good day. I'm happy with the workout. I feel like I'm getting some my strength returning. Enjoy your lunch, Randy. I'll be heading to the store here pretty quick. Morgan's Sunday, but I'm taking Saturday off. So Saturday morning, I'll actually be in Sword Fitness at 10 a.m. training my client. I'm doing fine. Thanks for dropping in. I'm doing well. Well, yeah, Saturday I'll be at the gym in the morning. Got an hour to train my client, and I'll train arms. Probably hit the triceps pretty heavy. And then probably take a trip down to Utica. Also, one of my sponsors, Apex Nutrition. I know it's probably backwards. I'm a legend. Big fan from the Philippines. Well, thank you, Joshua. I appreciate it. I don't know about a legend part, but I'll take it, absolutely. I'm very humbled. So got Philippines, got Norway, England, Missouri, down there, a little south of me in Illinois. One of the things I like about this is I'm meeting some really wonderful people for the most part. And the ones that ain't, my moderators take care of. Oh, in India. All right. So my daughter got to visit India when she was in the Navy. She stopped in one place in India. I forget where it was, but it was probably more of the primitive area. And then she stopped at Dubai. She was on the Nimitz at the time. My mom and the neighbor lady went to India for a month back in the 80s. She came back with all sorts of Indian clothing and stuff like that. Double time Sunday, you know it. And then next week it's double time Sunday and double time Monday. Plus you get 8 hours pay for Monday. That was, we chased all the old men out, so now you guys can take over. Remember last time I was here, I said, holy crap, this is the woman's cave. This ain't the man's cave. I got to step up my game. No. Okay. I'm in the chatting mode now. I'm doing the Kenneth workout.
Nice.
UK, yep. Fitness veteran. I've been trying to catch up on your videos. If he was, you still have a good half hour before he'd be back to it. I got to tease him a little bit. Any tips on my cutting phase? I hate cuts. So a lot of times it's changing your diet. You know, are you drinking any beer or alcohol? Cut that off, and you'll drop 10 pounds rather quickly. If you're drinking any sodas with sugar in them, stop doing that. Replace it with water. That'll cut 10 pounds off. And don't eat big meals. Eat smaller meals. Just have more of them. So if you're eating 3 big meals, I would go to 5 small meals. It'll keep your metabolism up. And if you're going to have any sort of treat, have it early in the day while you're active so your body can burn it off. You understand you're not going to diet 7 days a week, so don't try it. Usually when I'm trying to diet, I diet Monday through Friday.
See you, John. Keep up the good work.
Oh, you know, come on.
Here's Hercules.
Here's one of my
World record holder
They know.
right here, baby. Yes. Keep up the good work. I'll see you later.
I love this place.
My inspiration.
There we go. To understand, you can't diet 5 days a week, because if you try, then you'll stop dieting. And like I said, if you like cake or ice cream, have it earlier in the day. Don't have it before you go to bed. It's only got one place you got to go is fat. So lots of protein, lots of vegetables. Vegetables, you'll actually burn more calories digesting the vegetables than they'll actually give to you. And don't try to do it too fast. I did drop 30 pounds, but I did it over a period of 6 months, and I had some other influences that I usually wouldn't have had. And but I did drop down to 222 one summer, and I did it by Monday through Friday when I worked. I took a big bowl of veggies, lettuce, green peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, whatever was in my garden. And then I took about 5 cans of tuna, and that's what I ate during the day. And then on my days off, I basically ate whatever I wanted to. I didn't go overboard, but I wasn't worried about it. I'd have a couple beers, I'd have some mashed potatoes, whatever. But I went from like 252 to 222 in a period a little over 3 months. So you want to do it safely. You know, anytime that's, you know, how can I lose weight really fast? You can't do it healthily, and you will find that weight soon after because you didn't form any habits. What you got to do is it takes 3 weeks to form a habit. So you got to form good eating habits. Until after 3 weeks, it becomes what you expect. You know, you can't just say, all of a sudden, tomorrow I'm going to eat healthy. Or your body's going to have cravings. It's okay to have those cravings. Just change the time when you have them. You know, and you find out that, you know, and don't worry about it. Don't get on the scale but every 2 weeks. Because your body's weight's going to fluctuate greatly just because of water. So if you're weighing yourself every day, you're just going to be disappointing yourself every day. You know, you're going to start your diet, weigh yourself today, do your changes in lifestyle habits, and weigh yourself 2 weeks from now. And if you lost some weight, you're headed the right way. So when I say lifestyle habits, replacing sugary drinks with ones that don't. Hey, runner boy. Oh man, yeah, we're getting rain, but we ain't getting it like that. Once again, runner boy, when do you go in for training, or have you already? You know, you were going to be like a combat medic, if I remember correctly. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. Appreciate it. It has been a really good live stream. I had a good workout. Had me a nice, delicious bar. Just about finished with my water. Still a year waiting time for that roll. Wow. Sometimes they have openings. I know when my daughter went in, they gave her a date that was about a year and a half out, and actually she ended up going in about 6 months later. You have a good group of people there at the gym lifting you. Your spotter seems a good. Yes, there's a lot of good people here. So one of the reasons I enjoy going to the gym, and I find most gyms are like this. I find most gyms that people are, you know, supportive of each other, and then the ones that are not, I just don't go to. But it's a rarity. And, you know, once you've been in the gym for a while, you get to know a group of friends, but you always get to know new people. And everybody's in here for the same purpose, in here just to make a healthier version of themselves over time. And that's what it's about. It's just about getting healthier over time. You get the physical health going, the mental health follows. Spiritual health is even easier. And I think it makes for a more complete person. The worst thing you can do, in my opinion, is sit in front of a TV and watch the news for 6 hours a day or more. Sumo deadlift, it works good for some people. I know some people who do it. I can sumo deadlift about to 315. Then after that, I have to go standard. It puts a lot of pressure on those long, skinny connector muscles, and I don't want to snap that. So, yeah, it comes down to do what's comfortable. That's the best thing you can do. But I'll do that sometimes, but I won't go over 315 pounds. If I'm going to go heavier than that, then I go back to the standard deadlift position. Just comfort, and everybody's going to be built different. I know Tom Finn Jr., he does sumo. He does a lot of weight, but that's what he's comfortable with, and that's what he built. JVB Hugs, you have a wonderful day and blessed day too. Thanks for jumping in. I do appreciate it. Well, hour and 40 minutes. That's pretty long for me, and I need to get to the store and get some chores done. And then go check out the garden, see if I got enough rain for it to make a difference. Maybe do a quick video of the garden. And found it a lot easier. And if it's easier for you, then that's what I would do. I really would. Comfort is key. If you go, well, you got a wide grip. Well, I did bring it in a little bit, but I did it because that's where I was comfortable. You know, and that's what I tell people. You know, find a grip that's comfortable, find a position that's comfortable, and then increase the weights from there. And I think that'll work out things a lot better. So I appreciate everybody hopping in here. I really appreciate the interaction in the chat today. It was great. Everybody was interacting very well, and it really makes it go a lot better. I don't have to be talking all the time. Yeah, we all need more rain right now. You have a good one too, sir, overseas. And I got 29 thumbs up. One more, I'll have 30. That's fantastic. That's probably one of my better videos. And I seem to do better when I'm in the gym. Good day to see you. And everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy life. Remember, go out and do something. Go for a walk, go for a hike. You know, go a couple friends go hiking, go see a show or something. Do fun things. Don't let what's going on in the world, drag you down. There's enough of that going on as it is. Scottish Fitness, everybody have a wonderful, healthy, and restful weekend.